Living in America. That's our theme song. Welcome home, guys. We are talking about affordable housing while living here in America, and we know the rent is too doggone high, and that's why I created this community, trying to prevent and reduce homelessness one person at a time. As I always say, it starts right here with us, guys. So as I give you this information today, what I ask you to do is to pass it to your homeless communities, your families, and your friends who need affordable housing, who's looking for affordable housing. Today we're going to talk about the state of North Carolina. We're going to talk about what's out there in Section 8, the open waiting list for public housing, project-based housing, and those housing choice vouchers that we are looking for. The only other thing I ask you guys to do is to do your due diligence. Even though we know public housing these days are not our grandparents' public housing, but you just want to make sure you check out the surroundings and the units to see if it fits your family. All right, with that being said, let's get started. The very first thing I have is a Section 8 housing choice voucher, and it is in Caswell County, North Carolina. That is Caswell. All right. Moving on, another Section 8 housing choice voucher in Davie, Surrey, Surry, Stokes, and Yadkin County, North Carolina. Project-based voucher in Matthew Court, Section 8. Project-based voucher, Matthew Court, North Carolina, guys. Another project-based voucher in Garden Street, North Carolina. And Gilmore Terrace as the Section 8 project-based voucher at Gilmore Terrace and Garden Apartments. All right. Project-based voucher at 226 Linden Avenue, North Carolina. Project-based voucher in Durham, North Carolina at Morcine Road and Daymar Court Apartments. This is for project-based rental assistance. Please let your seniors know, your veterans know, guys. Let those families know. Another project-based voucher at Family Self-Sufficiency at Beaufort County, North Carolina. And a project-based voucher in Wilson, North Carolina at Verita Court. That is Verita. And this is for, they have preferences, guys, for the employed, the displaced, the homeless, the seniors, and the veterans. Project-based voucher in Enfield School Apartments. Public housing at Roanoke, Showen Regional Housing Authority. All right. Project-based voucher in Greensboro Housing Authority. Project-based voucher in Durham, North Carolina at the Joyce Apartments. It's a RAD rental assistance demonstration. Durham, North Carolina, a project-based voucher at JJ Henderson Apartments, and project-based voucher at CASPN Homes. Section 8 housing choice voucher in Anson, Montgomery, Moore, and Richmond counties of North Carolina, and a project-based voucher for foster youth. So if you know any foster youth in Anson, Montgomery, Moore, Richmond counties, there is a foster youth voucher. All right, so foster youths are aging out and they need somewhere to go. So if you know any, please let them know. Project-based voucher at Whitehead School and Praise Steel. Let me say that again. Whitehead School and Press Steel Place Apartments. Whoever they named that after. All right, project-based voucher is there in Durham, North Carolina. All right, a project-based voucher at Chatham County, North Carolina for family self-sufficiency programs. Project-based voucher in Beaufort County, North Carolina at Bridgewood Square. And public housing in Beaufort County, Hyde County, Terrell County, Martin County, North Carolina. at Palinco Court, Bay Court, Secota Village, and Roanoke Court. Project-based vouchers have 2 bedrooms, multi-family, Section 8 new construction, guys, in Pitt County, North Carolina, and that is at Quail Ridge. So new construction, guys, brand new housing. Public housing in Fayetteville, North Carolina, check your housing authority there. Public housing in Washington, North Carolina, at Clifton Meadows property. Section 8 housing choice voucher at Haywood and Jackson counties. And public housing at Clifton Meadows property. Public housing at Fayetteville Metropolitan Housing Authority. And public housing in Greenville, North Carolina for 6 bedrooms. Guys, if you know a family, Greenville, North Carolina, let them know. Project-based voucher and Brenlin Homes. Section 8 housing choice voucher. It's at Twin Rivers Opportunities Incorporated. Section 8 housing choice voucher is in Yadkin County, Surrey County, Stokes County, Davie County. And this is for preferences for people that are disabled, homeless, seniors, veterans, and families with children. I'll say again, that is Davie County, Surrey County, Stokes County, and Yadkin County for that Section 8 housing choice voucher. Moving on to 4 and 5 bedrooms available for the employed, the displaced, the disabled, the homeless, the seniors, and veterans. Public housing. Check your housing authorities, that's all it says. Project-based voucher, let's see, Mountain View Apartments, Cameron Courts, Weldon Heights, and rental assistance demonstration. All right. Public housing, guys, at Thomasville Housing Authority for the displaced, the disabled, the seniors, the veterans, and for the locals of North Carolina and Thomasville. Public housing at Parks View Village. This is in Reedsville and Rockingham County, North Carolina. They are looking for the locals. They are looking for the employed. They're looking for the seniors, the homeless, and the disabled to be put on top of the list. All right. Section 8 housing choice voucher for the locals only. Only for North Carolina residents, guys, in Guilford County. That is Guiford. Public housing at Wallman Homes. This is for the seniors, 62 and age and up. That's Wayman, actually, Weinman Homes. It's a little dark out because it's raining. Project-based voucher, guys, at Linwood Terrace. Senior rental assistance demonstrations all through North Carolina. So check your housing authorities. Section 8, guys, in Gaston County. There you go. No preferences confirmed at all. So it looks like it's game for everyone. Public housing at the Housing Authority of the City of New Bern, BERN. Public housing at the Housing Authority of the City of Concord. And public housing at Eastern Carolina Regional Housing Authority. Public housing available at Redevelopment Commission of the Town of Tarboro, Tarboro. And public housing at the Housing Authority of the Town of Laurinburg. Public housing at the Housing Authority of the Town of Mount Airy. And public housing at Mooresville Housing Authority. Public housing at Hendersville Housing Authority, and public housing at Benson Housing Authority, public housing at Star Housing Authority, public housing at Spruce Pine Housing Authority. A lot of open waiting lists right here in North Carolina, guys. Public housing at Whitesville Housing Authority. Public housing at Smithfield Housing Authority. Public housing at Troy Housing Authority. Guys, no one should be without housing here in North Carolina. I have not seen a list like this except the other day, just recently this long. All right, public housing at Mount Gilead Housing Authority and public housing at the Town of Chapel Hill Department of Housing Authority. Who they're looking for: the displaced, the disabled, the homeless, the seniors, and the locals. Public housing at Fairmount Housing Authority. Public housing at Maxton Housing Authority, M-A-X-T-O-N. Public housing at Wadesboro Housing Authority. I didn't even know North Carolina was this big. Public housing at Andrews Housing Authority. Public housing at Southern Pines Housing Authority. Public housing at Valdez Housing Authority. Public housing at Graham Housing Authority. Public housing at Roxborough Housing Authority. Public housing at the Housing Authority of the Town of Beaufort. They only want the displaced and the disabled. Public housing at the new Randleman Housing Authority. Public housing at Monroe County. Public housing in Roberson Housing Authority. Public housing at North Wilkesboro Housing Authority. Public housing at Lincolnton Housing Authority. Public housing at Statesville Housing Authority. That was Statesville. And public housing at Oxford Housing Authority. Public housing at Lenore Housing Authority. Public housing at Williamston Housing Authority. Public housing at Dunn Housing Authority. And for the disabled and seniors only who they want, public housing at Robeson County Housing Authority. Public housing at Ahoskie Housing Authority. For the disabled, for the homeless, for the seniors and locals only, public housing and Brevard Housing Authority. Brevard, B-R-E-V-A-R-D. And public housing in Clarkton Housing Authority. Elizabethtown Housing Authority, public housing. Forest City Housing Authority, public housing. Mount Olive Housing Authority, public housing. Pembroke Housing Authority, public housing. For the locals only, for Pembroke is who they want on their list. Princeville Housing Authority, public housing. Madison County Housing Authority, public housing. The Housing Authority of the City of Asheville, public housing. Durham Housing Authority, public housing. Ralph Clayton Homes for the elderly or disabled, project-based vouchers. And public housing at the Housing Authority of the City of High Point. Guys, you've had a lot here. So if you need other support, there is Mama Cutie Finance, there's Section 8 Consulting, and there's the Affordable Housing Waiting Room right here on YouTube. Then you come back to me on Sundays and Mondays, guys, and I'll tell you where the housing is. All right, so like the video, subscribe, let your family and friends know that this channel is here. Share this video. Guys, by pressing that like button, we hope it spreads. But if not, leave me some comments, guys. Usually that helps the video spread as well. Let me know what states you're looking for your family and friends. I'll see you very soon on another video. Love you so much. Be well.